about to sneeze. Now, there we go. I hate it when a sneeze just goes away. Ugh. On. Game capture. And oh, I know why camera's not showing. I don't have Wi-Fi on. There we go. Why does this look familiar? Have I played this? I don't think so. I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows? Who knows? Turn that up. This is Astronaut. I forgot what it was. Yandere, like alien kind of thing. I don't remember. Vessel. Bidari 221. Designation mechanic. Let's put crewmate identifications. No. Alright, off the get-go. Alright, horrifying. Okay, everything's red. Don't like that. Sorry, that was a pick. Guitar pick. The moment my eyes flicked open, I instantly knew something was wrong. Bright red lights flooded the ambience with my private quarters, leaving everything dark, looking blood-soaked and gruesome. For a second, there was a pulse of fear in my chest before it faded, my logic stifling my instincts, telling me it was too soon to panic. Despite how crimson hue signaled danger all around me, it was better to keep my head on straight. My head reaches up to scratch an uncomfortable itch on my collar, only to find my arm was caught underneath my toppled desk. Luckily, my suit cushioned most of the impact, leaving a dull ache and nothing more. Grunting with effort, I kicked off the offending furniture and sat up to assess everything, fixing my visor over my eyes. Damn, everything's fucked up. I casted a quick glance around my room. Some furniture toppled on their sides, and my usually neat shelf of books and trinkets chaotic and disorganized. Did the ship crash into something while I was asleep? Usually there was a piercing alarm accompanied by the emergency lights, but oddly enough, it's gone quiet. Either I slept through it somehow, or something else happened for it to malfunction. As the person in charge of repair and maintenance, that didn't bode well for me in the slightest. Just the sheer volume of that siren should have woken me up. So I called out to the room, fully expecting matronally, if a stoic voice to respond back. Delayed responses from the ship's AI weren't common, but they could still happen. As a spacecraft shipping nothing but Earthian pet supplies across the galaxy, we weren't really working with the most advanced tech there is. Not to mention the budget cuts. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a migraine already, just by thinking about that. I sighed, already feeling a migraine forming in the back of my head. Sigh, can you respond, please? Still nothing. Click my tongue, that's not a good start. inhaled deeply and stood up to exit my room, my boots clunking down the hall. The only accomplishment I had as I made my way to the main console. Along the way, I didn't see any other signs of disturbance. Not like the one in my room, at least. Scratched my arm, keeping a lookout for any trouble. Despite everything seemed to be business as usual, other than the emergency lights, that is. A nagging thought crept into my head. While I wanted to take the current situation seriously, I couldn't help but feel skeptical. Was it another one of their pranks again? What the fuck? What do you mean one of their pranks again? It's been a few months of me working at this company. I was expecting the hazing phase to die out any day now. Or at least I hope it would eventually. There's only so many ways one can keep themselves entertained on a ship vessel months into the trip, I suppose. I just hated the fact that I was one of their ways. Regardless, whatever's happening is worth investigating, awful coworkers or not. I could only hope I got out of this one without any lasting troubles. Reaching the main console of the ship, I frowned at the absence of my crewmates. It's getting a little ridiculous how quiet the space was, other than the ambient humming and occasional blips from the console. At first, I didn't want to feel offended at the fact nobody came to fetch me if it was a possible emergency, but the greeting's silence only formed a pit in my stomach. Captain? Anyone? Is this another disappearing bit? Because it wasn't funny the last 2 times either. That's a nice touch, though. No stifled chortles. No snarky quips. Bustling from the quiet, I called out again. Come on, guys, I'd rather you insult me than leave me in the dark like this. Nothing? I sighed and shuffled to the main panel. Pulling the lever to disable the emergency lights, the dark, gory tint of the room fades away into its usual sterile white. I bet, like, whatever, I guess, is with us, some alien, is like, really? This is a kind of prank they would pull on you? Something serious? What if an actual emergency happens? You're not gonna trust anything. What the fuck? If they're planning on killing us, I guess they're gonna feel a bit of empathy. Pulling the lever to disable the emergency lights, the dark, gory tint of the room fades away into its usual sterile white. Glad to see that's working fine. Stand there, I expected someone to at least reveal themselves already. It's like a game of chicken to see if I'll break down first. Folded my arms, standing awkwardly in the center of the room, nothing but absolute stifling silence. Guys, every passing second, a heavy sense of trepidation grew. Swallowed the inevitability that I had to accept that this isn't a practical joke after all, shuffling to the console hurriedly. That's fucked, man. Like an actual emergency, you're not gonna trust that they're not pulling a prank on you. Like, this is just bad teamwork, man. Check the rest of the systems. Artificial gravity, navigation, communications. Brows furrowed as I squinted down at the panels. It's like everything was reset. Perked up as I caught sight of the reboot logo for the ship, thrumming back and forth on one of the screens. AP must be restarting. Waited impatiently for the familiar dinky chime to ring through the speakers. Sigh. Hello. Hello. The low droning voice was littered with more static than usual. I was just glad to hear someone talk back. Oh, thank God. Is everything alright? Don't seem too good. The current state of my systems are suboptimal. I'm getting like I'm getting flashbacks to In Space with Markiplier, where um ship systems are extremely catastrophic. Just that kind of thing. Several of my prime functions oh are disabled or inoperable. I recommend repairs immediately. I'll get right on that once I figure out what's going on. Fidget with my tool belt as I thought of something simple to ask. Where's everyone else? One crewmate is accounted for. Just one? That's concerning. It's supposed to be 5 of us. Can you, scan for everyone else? Negative. What? Why? As I have mentioned, Nyman does our need of repairs. My biometric scanners are inoperable. Wish I could, like, do, like, some of my own sound effects. Like, do like a bass boosted thing, but also have like like an IR so it doesn't sound horrible and, you know, ear rapey. My surveillance network is improved. What? Inoperable. Okay, I got it. What could possibly cause so much damage in my sleep? What happened to the ship? There was a short pause before Sai was able to respond. Significant impact was detected against rear exterior of the ship. My brows raised. We hit something? Affirmative. I grimaced, my worst fear coming true. I was really hoping that wasn't the case. And how long ago? Approximately 24 minutes ago. Was passed out on the floor the entire time? This might be more serious than I thought. Okay, that answers that. How bad is it? Unknown. Manual assessments required. I gulped, my breath stilling for a second. Thought of having to leave the safety of the ship and crawl along the outside, tethered by nothing but a flimsy cable, to inspect damage. Who knows how bad? I leaned forward as a nervous laugh spilled between my teeth. Hands gripped on the edge of the console to steady myself. Like, I can imagine, I imagine what's going on. I'll get to it later. External suits are located at... I said I'll get to it later! I do not recommend postponing the repairs. It is affecting my performance significantly. I'm not postponing. I'm just building up to it. I really insist that you drop it. Sigh. Very well. Deep down, I know it's foolish to disregard Sai's advice. I was a mechanic, for God's sake. Fixing things is the entire point of me being hired onto this crew. I need a semi-advanced AI to tell me that. I turned my attention back to the console. My eyes were glued to the big red button around the edge, my hand twitching with urge to press it. It was too soon to panic, but with everything going on, I was stumped on what to do. I held back, clenched my hands and fists so tight I could hear my gloves squeak. I pressed that button and made a fool of myself. Not a single person on this vessel would let me live it down. Dread forming in my throat. I dragged my boots across the floor, ignoring the tremors on my hand as I prepared to head to the loading bay. Pausing at the door, I threw out one last question in the air. Where? Not in immediate danger, are we? Sai? Are we in danger? Error. I pushed my brows, gathering whatever courage I had. Astrophobia be damned, I had to do my job. Traversing down the halls, I kept an eye out for any signs of my crew members. while repairing the bidadari, I don't know how to pronounce that, was my main priority at the moment. It didn't hurt to see if I could find any of my absent colleagues. Plus, I wasn't really thrilled with the idea of leaving the ship without someone watching my back. Maybe I was still holding on to the hope that this was still some sick joke. They just upped their game with their pranks is all. Seeing as they haven't gotten a decent chance out of me in a while. They couldn't have possibly abandoned me, right? Just my thoughts were about to spiral into negative territory. Hear faint footsteps from down the hall. My head whipped to the side, just in time for me to catch a glimpse of one of my crewmates donned in one of the external suits. Were they from the loading bay? The helmet shone against the bright light, obscuring the wearer inside as they darted out of sight. Hope rekindled. I quickly pursued them down the hall. Hey! I turned the corner just to see their back in time. Hey, wait up! They stopped, spinning on their hair and staring back at me with rigid spine. Couldn't see their eyes from behind the darkened glass, but I could feel the weight of their gaze. Looked down at their name tag on their suit, but it seems to have been ripped off. Whoever it was, I didn't care. I'm so glad I finally found someone. I was this close to thinking. I hesitated, biting down my tongue. Couldn't show this person I was freaking out, absolutely not. Anyways, where's everyone else? Do you know where they are? They stood completely still, seeming to tremble slightly. Guma. Their voice came out muffled. What? Hang on, let me just... Reached over to flick the mic on their helmet. He paused for a moment before speaking once more, their hesitant voice ringing through. Luna. That's better. Seemed to vibrate with excitement. Ah, delight! Amazing to see you. Amazing to... over their frame, trying to pinpoint their height to look for any indicator that I knew who this was. For it was, they were pretty short. Is that you, Marcus? They bristled as if offended. The doctor? Ew. He is smelly with the meteor slugs and star debris. Okay. Is that you, Kyra? He scoffed. Nosy cook. She is smelly too. Oh. Could possibly be. Based on attitude so far, didn't seem like it was anyone I recognized. I clawed my brain for another hint. I'm pretty sure that's not you, Ben. You made a indignant noise. I am none of your friends. None of my... What? Oh, are you, that new recruit we got a few days ago? What a terrible time for introductions. Definitely heard in passing between gossip managements. Sent us yet another new member for our small crew. They're usually considered extra set of hands around the ship. Something about training on the job. Felt bad. They're probably being paid pennies for the position that wasn't even permanent. Not to mention ending up in a busted ship after arriving. Normally in 2 months they'd be dropping off at the next depot, and we'll be picking up a new stranger in their place. At least if things went well and the ship doesn't explode. I had the guilt in my eyes behind a smile. In that case, I don't think we've met. I'm usually so busy running around the ship doing other people's errands. Anyways, I'm Snow. Hold my hand. And you are? He frees again, staring at my hand as if expecting it to grow teeth and start snapping at them. Luna, you will shake my hand. Alright. Okay. Their hand darted out to grip mine tightly, squeezing so hard I let out an involuntary yelp. Hey, watch the grip. It released my hand, recoiling. Mistake. Sorry, Loon. I mean to say Snow. Did not mean to meet you so soon. I was still in the middle of cleaning. Cleaning? Mr. Brow. Since when did we start hiring janitors? They give a terse, awkward laugh, like the tittering of a bird call. Not that kind of cleaning I talk about, but yes. Okay. For the life of me, I couldn't pinpoint what accent they spoke in. I'm sorry. What was your name again? Distilled. I did not. They looked around before pointing at my tool belt excitedly. You will call me wrench. Blink behind my visor. Pardon? Wrench? Yes! Like the shiny thing on your hip. Look full. I don't know what they look like behind the mask. So that's just my voice for them. They're so like, oh my god. Just like happy and stuff. I love it. But very like, huh? Alright. Whatever. Alright. I glanced down at it before regarding them with incredulous squint. My colleagues probably put them up to this. I am not calling you that. They deflated, shoulders sinking in disappointment. Oh, fine. You will call me... Tom? Adam? Atom. Give a huffy sigh, arms akimbo. You're a tiny bit deaf. I will remember. I am not... When did they start hiring such eccentric members? What kind of name is Adam anyway? At least it's better than wrench. I shook my head, resisting the urge to just turn around and leave. You didn't answer me though. Do you know where everyone else is? They shrugged, teetering back and forth on their toes. I have not seen them. They might be hiding. I narrowed my eyes in doubt. Where would they be hiding? By the ways, I have a very important question. It means life and death. What? What is it? What is your favorite color? What? What is your favorite color? Jeez, relax. I want to answer now. Fine. It's purple. Royal. Purple like dazzling dust ring. Very elegant. I will remember. I sputtered, giving them a deadpan look. What are you, 12? I don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. I am 6 moons old, actually. Stop messing around! What does that even mean? 6 moons old? What? How does that work? How does that work? You're like, is it like nights? So you're like 6 days old? This meant beyond there. How can I date you if you're a fucking minor? Anyway. It's probably not. It's probably their moon. Their moon probably like revolves maybe something so much. Maybe they're like, it's 6 is like, I don't know, 5 years, so they're like 30 maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Why did I assume it was Earth moon? I don't know. So that's the ground. Look, I don't know what your deal is, but we are having missing crewmates and a malfunctioning ship. Are you not freaking out? It's beyond me. But could you please get your head on straight and help me figure this out? Oh, yeah, we're just angry. I'd be angry. It's like getting a new crewmate that's just not taking anything seriously on the ship while we're having an actual emergency. I'd be pissed. And then I figure out, oh, they're not human. They stayed silent, barely moving a muscle. My glare falters. It was a little harsh. At least until they start clapping their hands with a soft giggle. Inspire! I will help you to the ends of galaxy, Luna. It's Snow. Snow! Of course, silly dummy. Silly dummy. I don't. I feel like I want to say that now. Oh my god. Is this game just gonna have me like say different things. It's just I'm gonna like say the silly the me now. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna be laughing a lot. I know I'm gonna be laughing a lot. I'm already guessing. I huff, resisting the urge to rub my temples. Rookies. Were they under the impression that I was someone important? Still, the presence of one strange individual as company was better than none at all. Where was I? Alright. Loading bay, exosuit, fixing ship. 3 simple things. Clear my throat, hiding my anxiety as my arm gestured towards the opposite of the hall where they were headed. I need someone to watch my back while I go outside. They perked up. Outside? You would like to swim? What? What? I frowned at their strange analogy before nodding. Yeah. Sai told... Who is I? Blinked. The AI of the ship. Ah, of course. The... I. But there is no need, Luna. RE fix. You did it? I was wondering why they were wearing the suit. It had to be for a reason. Hang on, I thought you were cleaning. I have many talents. Skillful. That's great. I guess I don't have to do 2 then? I stood there awkwardly, rerouting my priorities now that one major task was taken care of. To admit I was relieved, anything to keep me the furthest. I'm like, how? It's been 20 something minutes, we hit something. I know it would take like that short amount of time. No. Anything to keep me from the furthest I could be from the vastness of space. I guess that's all left to do is find the others. They didn't seem too happy about that. Others. Why? Why? Is that even worth asking? They lifted their head to see me give a passive-aggressive look behind their dark helmet. I am sure they are around. Wasting. Didn't take a genius to figure out how Adam felt about the rest of the team. My coworkers must have given them the newbie treatment. Hate their guts, huh? It tittered quietly. Their guts, yes. But you care, so I will follow. Hopping on their feet, they clapped their hands once more. It will be chance for me to know you better, Luna. Snow. Snow! It's like Luna bro or something. I don't know. Like a term of endearment. It's like a deer, but instead it's just Luna. Since I guess they say they're 6 moons old. So I guess moons are important to them. Anyway. So Luna is probably a term of endearment if they value moons that much. I sigh, turning around to start heading towards the cabins. Let's go. Let us. Hours of searching. Up, down, sideways. We looked through every possible nook and cranny on the ship I could think of. Picked clean as a carcass. Was I just going insane, or did they